Kayson, great to see you again.
Isn't this the perfect place to talk about Every Child Matters right here in the Canadian Museum for Human Rights?
I know. It shares the stories of the Indigenous peoples in Canada. From everything I heard at school, the story of residential schools is tragic and something that we need to talk about to ensure it doesn't happen again.
That is why we're both here. Did you know that the Canadian Museum of Human Rights rests on Treaty 1 lands, which is the home of the Métis people?
Yes, I did, and it's important not to forget it. Before we go any further into the museum, we should start the day off the right way with a blessing from Elder Amanda Wallin.
Thank you, Grace. Hello, Tansei, bonjour. It is a great honor to be here with you today. I offer this tobacco and ask the Creator to bless this day and every individual here. We come together to remember and honor the children who lost their lives in Indian residential schools. We remember and honor the survivors and their families, both past and present. I give thanks to the Grandfather Rock Monument that sits on the grounds of the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. It is a sacred place where the survivors and their families can grieve and bury the hurt and pain caused by the Indian residential schools. Creator, bring awareness to the minds and hearts of all people to really understand what this event, Every Child Matters and Orange T-shirt Day, means. Fill us with your light, hope, and strength. Turn the hearts of all people to one another. May we take love, peace, and knowledge and spread it throughout our world. Give us the courage to share what we learn here today. Let us walk together on Mother Earth with great respect. Let us all work together in peace so we may all achieve truth and reconciliation to prevent this from ever happening again. Amen. Ginanaskutmin.
Oh, is that Isha Kahn, the museum CEO?
Oh yeah.
Hi, Kayson. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Isha. We're visiting the museum today.
What are you doing here? What are you going to see?
We're hoping to learn more about residential schools.
Wow. You know, when I was a kid, we hardly learned anything at all about Indigenous people and nothing about residential schools. So that's great.
Well, we're hoping to learn a lot today so we can share with our whole class.
I love that you're going to share what you learn with others. I love that you're here, but most importantly that we share, because you know it's really up to people like you to be leaders and be part of sharing these stories with other people. That's great.
Okay, we will. See you soon.
Sounds good. See you later.
Bye. Learning, Indigenous children were taken from their families, languages, and communities at a very young age to live far away from their homes and often weren't allowed to go home.
I just don't get it. I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
I know. I don't get it either. The government just wanted Indigenous communities to lose their identity so that they would disappear.
And some of the survivors shared their stories about how some of the little kids were treated very badly. Adult survivors shared their stories on being abused, beaten, and starved, and some of their friends actually even died.
How could anyone think that was okay? Many died, and at times their parents never even found out what had happened to cause their death.
I know, little kids, scared, cold, hungry, and no one that really cared about them. Did you know they did food experiments with some of them?
Yeah, I heard something about it. Some of them were given great food, like fresh oranges, and the other group who were in the same hall were given barely enough food. The group that received very little food got weaker and weaker, and some actually died.
They were also stripped of anything that made them Indigenous. They lost the right to wear their hair the way they wanted to. They had to give up their clothes and wear itchy uniforms. And if they spoke their own language, they would get punished.
Someone told me that a little 6-year-old girl named Phyllis Webstad wore an orange shirt that she picked up with her grandmother to her first day of residential school. The school took it away and they never gave it back.
Well, that explains why we have Orange Shirt Day every September 30th.
Do you know how many residential schools were in Canada and when the last one closed?
Actually, I do. It was around 139 residential schools across Canada, and over 150,000 kids were forced to go there. And what is so surprising is the last one closed in 1996, which is really not that long ago. Lots of kids died there, and we're not sure how many, but we're still counting.
And now everyone is talking about what went on in the schools when they found the 215 unmarked graves at the Kamloops Indian Residential School earlier this year. Everyone was shocked, yet it was known for years by elders and officials and researchers that the schools were terrible places for children.
And now we have to work together to make things better for the First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people by talking about it and making sure it never happens again.
To all students who are watching this video, ask your teachers to help you understand more about the meaning of Every Child Matters and Orange Shirt Day. Maybe you can work together to create a place in your classroom or school to put up information on residential schools.
Schools could also organize an Every Child Matters peace walk and orange shirt events at the school. Amanda Wallin, could you please sing us a song to end our video?
We all have a heartbeat. The drum has a heartbeat. Mother Earth has a heartbeat. Heartbeat of the nation. We call upon the Makwa, the spirit of the bear, to come down and take our prayers today.
Thank you, Elder Wallin, for the song. And thank you, everyone, for listening and caring about Every Child Matters.
Bye.